podcast now. She doesn't know technology. Larry's pushing buttons and recording things for you to see every week. She'll be asking guest questions. She'll be saying a lot. She'll be wondering about the world. It's time now for Carla V Thinks Out Loud. We're back.
I'm going to go ahead and say it over again.
Oh.
Bad.
We're back, guys. It is Wednesday, 6 p.m. I'm Carla Vasquez. This is Carla V Thinks Out Loud, episode 25. We're at a quarter 100. I'm in quarter life crisis now. But yeah, it's just me tonight having a solo. Might have my sister call in again here tonight. We'll be talking about some mental health, some relationship stuff.
If anybody would like to call in, I can send them the invite.
If anybody wants to call in, yeah, message. Where should they let us know? Oh, yeah, just in the comments. Let us know. We can send you the link and things. Yeah. You guys can video call in. I can even call you if I have your phone number. It's just audio calls. Tonight's just a free for all, guys. No, I do have things to talk about. I kind of look like a ragamuffin if you guys are watching. Carla's been kind of a mess, guys. I think it caught up to me. Like, you know, when you're just like one day you're like, shit, things are just plates are like not up where they need to be. So yeah, I haven't bought hairspray in like 2 days because I keep forgetting to stop at the store. Things like that. Yeah, I had like an arthritic day today. I just been busy moving. I moved into William's house, William Wheeler.
Didn't you just do a show? What did you do recently from the last week?
Oh yeah, I did do a show. That was fun. That was a great highlight of last week. I did before I had a quarantine. I did the Brew Lab show with Karen Carson, and it had Jerry Carnes was headlining on it, which was awesome. Everybody did really great. AJ Matthews was there, and then also Royal Woods. And my dad got to see me do comedy for the first time, and that was a lot of fun. We talked about it a little bit on the last one, I think, but I think that's all that I had. My cousin also went to that. I think I even told my dad if he wants to come out to shows, I'll do more like clean material for him. Because he did enjoy it. He just enjoyed like hanging out afterwards too. Even my sister, I was talking to her today and she's like, yeah, I like watching the podcast and meeting all your friends that way. She's like, I just want to come hang out with everybody. We're a fun bunch. We are.
Yeah. So I think we're having some audio to mouth problems.
Is it on the video to audio?
Patty's saying that.
Audio to mouth? That sounds dirty.
Yeah. Audio to mouth. No, your mouth isn't syncing up with the audio because we're using a different program. No, like, okay. Is it that bad?
Are we super unsynced? Do I look like one of those like Japanese movies that the overdub sound?
Oh my god! All right.
Are we restarting?
No, we're not restarting. Okay. We're going. Go.
I'm just off. It's fine. Okay, but I'm here. This going about how my day is. I was
the show.
Yeah, so the show. Yeah, but I talked about that last week with Chuck. So if you guys want to listen to that. But last night.
You haven't had a show after that?
No, because I had a quarantine, remember?
Oh, that's right.
Like yesterday was basically my first day out in the world, I think.
Because you dirty you shit.
I don't even think I got
bags.
it. But
is it called shit bags?
My dad and my stepmom like had it. So no, I was like.
No, but it's in your little group called shit bags or something.
Oh, I'm not. No, it's a joke. I mean, no, we don't really call it the shit boys. Oh, okay. Yeah,
I know
Caleb
what it's called. I'm just fucking with
shit bags. It is shit bags now.
Crap bags.
Crap
from friends.
Dick bags. Yeah, so everybody's been getting the COVIDs. We're afraid everything's gonna shut down. No, but today I woke up. I do want to talk about something in the mental health realm. Woke up just mentally feeling drained, and then also like physically my arthritis feeling drained, and then just thinking about how guys we gotta like take care of ourselves. We gotta take care of ourselves. What am I looking at? Oh, the Kung Fu version. Yeah, I am the Kung Fu versions. But so let's take care of ourselves. I wasn't like eating. I didn't eat for like 24 hours. Didn't realize that. And that also is probably why my brain was frazzled as fuck. So make sure you guys are eating. Drink your water. Breathe your breaths. Actually, right now, if you're listening or watching this in any time, space, or future, get water right now and just do me a favor and take a drink. I sound like my father right now and it's fine. All right, there's my drink. And then also take a deep breath with me.
That sound, dude.
We're doing some ASMR today for Larry because he loves it.
I hate it.
But for real, take some deep breaths. eat your food. And then I kind of got down on myself. Also, give yourselves a break, guys. Because I like took an accidental nap, missed a phone call from a friend who was supposed to go cut their hair today, and I feel like I let them down. And then it became like a shame spiral shortly. And I was like, you know what? It's one day and I know they understand and they message me back. So I'm just very thankful for that friend and just healthy friendships right now. As wild as comedians are, is actually some of the healthier friendships I've ever had in my life. So I appreciate this scene for sure. Also, real quick, if you guys are watching this, we will be ending at about 7 because there is the roast battle tonight, Battle of the Roasters. I'm not on it. I'm not a battler, but a bunch of the people who have been on here, Caleb Mulkey, Tyler, Lovely, yeah, they're all going to be on that tonight. Jared Ostrom, Chuck Parker is actually going to be on for the first time.
That's going to be good.
So it'll be a bracket system.
I hope
I'm stoked.
I'm stoked too. Me and Patty are going to go for like an hour.
Are you going to be recording?
No,
just hanging out.
Maybe take a few pictures. I'm going to bring a camera, of course, but I don't know if I'm going to take any video or anything.
Is somebody videoing it?
Yeah, they have badass cameras there, dude. They have fucking those guys. Their editing sucks, but the cameras they fucking have are badass. Like, 4-6K cameras.
Dang. Yeah, I saw some there last time. I didn't know who.
But it's impossible to edit 4K or 6K. Like, it's
why is that?
Not because it's so much. Like, it's so big that we're talking 6,100 and whatever the fuck by. It's a lot.
Smushing things together. I don't know, guys.
It's a lot.
So. Invisible space. That's all it is.
If I record in 4K, I usually bring it down to 1080p, but
can you like edit and then put it back up to like 4K? Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Like edit it at,
at 4K? Of course.
Well, edit it lower and then punch it up to like a higher resolution.
Well, you always have the original version.
Right.
And then whatever you make after that, it will be 1080p.
Bringing
it back up would be useless since you already have the original 4K.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know tech. Larry's slowly not teaching me. Last night, because it's going.
Patty's face just goes
going
blank
in it. Yeah, I'm like, that's one thing that, like, for as much as my brain can compute, like tech things, I think I just get overwhelmed with it. Yeah, it's life in general. I'm like, I'm overwhelmed. I'm just walking away. Stop running from your problems. That's my self-talk to myself. No, be nice to yourself. Love each other. I did want to bring up this like color wheel funny thing. Real quick.
That's one of the things that I was going to say. One more tech thing. The difference between this online studio program that we're using compared to what I use before is I can adjust the audio so it matches up. On this, I don't think I can. So.
Oh shit. Well, just listen to this one. But we'll bring up that color wheel real quick.
You want to bring it up?
Yeah, well, I'm talking about my mental whatever, and I'm going to try to diagnose. So when I worked in foster care, this is one of the things that they showed us to help with the kids through just like, getting through their trauma, getting through sadness, all of that, even good emotions. Because sometimes people, if you've been in such a bad state for so long, you almost don't even understand what a good emotion is. Like, I even feel myself sometimes after shows having this like surge of like, oh my God, this is like, I need to do something. Like, I don't know what to do with this. Is it's good feeling? Like, it's hard to feel the good. So, all right. So could you make it bigger for me? Yeah. All right. So you guys can do this too if you're watching. You start with the outside layer of the color wheel and you move your way in. So like today I was feeling remorseful about not helping my friend, which made me feel guilty, which was to the sadness, and then I was feeling a bit inferior, depressed, sad. Carla's in the sad realm, guys. Got my seasonal depression going right now. But then like times when like I do a show, I'm very stimulated, energetic. So that's joyful. And sometimes I confuse that with fear, like the run thing. Larry, what's your feeling right now? Do you have a feeling?
Let me look at this. Not aggravated right now.
He's feeling discouraged. I don't think you're scared.
Discouraged. No, I'm not discouraged.
Maybe
a little inadequate right now.
Are you having penis problems?
Or maybe I'm feeling
submissive.
Fascinating.
Fascinating?
Okay,
Shouldn't say fascinated.
What is a feel of fascinating?
Where you're like, wondering.
Walking around like that? Just
whoa. That's when you're like on mushrooms, though.
Feeling playful. How
playful and creative. It is gonna. But also, I was
feeling surprised. What, like, so is it a feeling right now, or what you're feeling
anytime?
In the day? Anytime.
Because some people can't like root where their feelings come from, their emotions, because then they get like carried away and they're like, I feel mad. And it's like, no, you're actually scared.
Yeah, we were both aggravated today.
Yeah,
but I would say aggravated. If aggravated's on there, I don't see aggravated.
There was irritated.
Okay, yeah, irritated.
A little mad.
Over here?
Yeah, up at the top. The red one is the mad one.
Where?
I don't know. But remember, your emotions are not you, people. So, like, also discover them, know what they are, know the root of them, and then, like, let it go. And then try not to judge yourself, because the more judgment we put on the world, the more turbulence gets in our brain, and the more turbulence, the less, like, we can be true to our soul's creativity. Have I been listening to Deepak Chopra lately? Yes. Did I listen to it on the way here while I ate Taco Bell in my truck? Yes. Guys, just find your peace wherever you can. Even, I'm not perfect. I'm not in here being like, hey, I'm obviously not perfect. Nobody is, but I'm not in here being like, I know it all, people, and whatever. But there's little tips that other people have helped me with that have helped me. And if anything I say on here can help somebody just a little bit to get through their day, that's nice.
So nice.
It is nice. I had a friend earlier in a crisis too, where we were messaging, just kind of emotional thing, and to just be there to be able to remind them, like, hey, this is the grounding things, like those emotions are overwhelming right now, but give yourself some space from it, to not let it get the best of you, because then we just fall apart. So sometimes we have to remind each other and ourselves to be good to ourselves, be good to others. It's all about kindness, guys.
I'm always good to everybody.
Larry's a kind man. He just is very verbal about his own emotions, which is good. That's why I like you, Larry, though, is because I know what I'm gonna get. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like,
like when you're late and shit.
But I just like you. Yeah, I take you at face value because everything you say is pretty just like, you're not hiding your.
I'm not fucking with you.
Yeah, you don't hide with people. You don't fuck with people. You're compassionate, but you're straightforward. So yeah,
I'll call you out.
Yeah, he'll call me out. I'm a shit, which is good. Somebody's got to do that. God, I'm growing up, guys. At 35, finally doing this. No, but yeah. So yeah, be nice to yourself. I was going to call my sister at some point. I do want to talk though. Let's go backwards a little. Last night, if you guys did not watch last night, Tuesday was the BS show. I got to co-host that. That was super, super fun. Yeah. We had William Wheeler the third on there. That was super fun. We had Sauce in the house.
Do you know who Rush is?
Rush the band?
Yeah.
Like, do you think he likes Rush?
No, let me show
Or do you think he looks like he's in Rush?
Let me tell you. Well, kind of, yeah.
With the hair.
But let me show you.
Yeah, if you guys saw the episode at 22 on this podcast with William, you already know he's an intriguing fellow. And then we delved in deeper on the BS show. Look at his book of
Doesn't that look like
people? Oh my gosh, kind of. I mean, Will has a better face, but like if I blur my eyes,
let me share this.
Like if I took off my glasses and blurred my eyes, I could see it.
Let me share.
He has like the same like stature. What's that guy's name from Rush?
That's Geddy Lee.
Exit the something.
Geddy Lee, best bass player. You don't remember that from Orgasmo?
No, I just think of I Love You Man with Paul Rudd, and
that's
shows
a
him
good
Rush,
one too.
And, Slap at the bass.
That
got put on Netflix recently.
But if you ever get a chance, watch the movie Orgasmo. It's by Trey Parker and the dude from South Park.
I remember that when it came out. I was young. No, I didn't know what it was.
So it's about two Mormons that are traveling around. Well, one of them ends up running away, but the main one, Trey Parker, he ends up being in a porno, but he can't have any of the sex scenes, so they call in a stunt cock every time. You got to see it. It's fucking funny.
All right. I think Evan Millett should see that movie.
I think William Wheeler looks like Geddy Lee.
Geddy Lee, he does. That's hilarious. Yeah, and then he wears baseball t-shirts like that too.
Oh, like that?
Yeah, with baseball tees. Oh, yeah. That's totally William. I'm going to go.
And I could totally see him wearing these glasses on some fucking date, picking up some bitch.
Picking up some bitch on some date.
That book was unreal, dude.
Dude, William's book is hilarious. I saw things in there.
I love this kind of shit.
I saw things in there from the last time that I didn't notice either. Like the one who's like very fat girl. I was like, what? I was like, oh my gosh. He's also a very upfront person too, William.
Yeah.
I like him for that reason. Maybe it was like the military. I don't know.
I thought it was funny when he was all calling him a serial killer and shit.
Yeah,
Serial
we
killer
break
shit.
down why Buck thinks that Will is a serial killer. He does have a lot of hobbies. Maybe manipulates the ladies with them. No, I don't know.
I think so, because
He could easily be a serial killer,
I can
though.
understand him starting like having sex at 24.
Yeah.
Being like, oh fuck yeah, I'm gonna get as much as I can. I don't give a shit what the chick looked like because I don't know what I like yet.
Right.
And that's why he has such an array of women in that book.
Oh, maybe he doesn't have a style.
I did the same stuff when I was younger, like looking for the chick that's broken and it's terrible. Well, I know.
Yes, people. I think we do that even in other, like even in business thing. Everything.
Women do that too. They're always trying to find the guy that needs work on.
A lot of interactions in the world are secretly like manipulative, even if we don't realize it. Like the way we say things, the way we do our hair, the way we whatever. It's slightly all a manipulation of like this outside reality of who we are to get people to like us or give us things, or even in business, it's like you have to play the game sometimes to get where you need to be or whatever it might be. It's all a little bit of manipulation, even in the comedy scene. I mean, here and there, people are kiss ass to people so they can get on shows.
And not only that, but I don't think he's like leading them on.
No. Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. I think it's I think it's like he just wants to make people happy. Also, he's an interesting guy, and then he just has all these like interests, so then he can bring out different things whenever it's needed, I guess. But yeah. He's a resident serial killer. He could easily be like, if somebody was a serial killer, I'm not saying he has the thing to do that. He's a nice guy, but somebody like him could do that, like he's smart enough and he's like versed in that. Like he literally worked at a funeral home. Like even in my head today,
that's crazy.
I today literally was like, okay, if I died at home one of these days, just in bed, God forbid or whatever, and William found me, like that would probably be the best person to find me. Because he'd be unfazed by it. He would just be like, there's Carla dead. Let's move her.
He picked up all kinds of bodies.
Yeah.
Do you think William ever thought about having sex with him?
We should have asked him that, dude. Because necrophilia is a whole interesting like thing. I wonder if he's ever
interesting. It's absolutely
it's
disgusting.
Fucked up, but it interests me. The people who do that is weird.
Well, you heard about the chick that got actually impregnated by a corpse.
No.
Yeah.
Shut up. I just think of Clerks, the original Clerks.
Oh,
how she bangs a dead dude in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's awful. But there's a difference too, I think, between like, to me, necrophilia and what is it called when they like murder somebody and then like have sex with the dead body after. Like to me, that's almost a different realm than, hey, there's a corpse in the morgue and it's like dead and cleaned up, whatever. And then I'm not saying it's okay, but I think it takes two different minds. They're like, I don't want to kill the person, but I want to fuck the body.
Have you ever seen whatchamacallit? What's that? Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Oh yeah.
It's been a while. Like the second episode or the second season, he's all dating one of the medical examiner chicks and she's like wanting a barely warm body kind of shit.
Oh my gosh, that's so weird. There was that serial killer Dennis Nielsen. Have you heard of him? He was in England and he murdered like 20 plus young dudes. I mean, he was kind of gay, but it turns out, so he would murder them, cover them in baby powder, and then sleep with their corpses, and then like also cuddle with them, and then jack off on top of them. And come all over the corpses. Jesus and then he would hide them in his floorboards and then got caught. Unfortunately, they don't even know half the victims' names. But his thing goes back to, again, realize where shit comes from in your brain to stop this. He apparently was half raised by his grandpa, who he loved. And when his grandpa died, that was the first dead body he ever saw. But then he was also, I guess, before that being like touched by his grandpa a bunch. So he related this dead body with sex and like weirdness. And then just, killed dudes. Fun times, guys. I just watched one the other day, more murder though. And I don't know if it's possible, but there's this kid who, it's called Dead Asleep, the documentary. But this kid who killed his best friend while he was sleeping, apparently. They're using the sleepwalking, like, I don't know, whatever they use the defense of sleepwalking, which is rarely used. But he's in jail now because they think that it was actual murder. But here's also the thing is he was partying a lot, not really sleeping. And they're saying from text this and that he could it have fallen back asleep because she showed up at the house, went out for breakfast, said she was coming back to say bye. And I guess when she came back to say bye, that's when he murdered her and just like brutally stabbed the body. This is awful. But I do believe if somebody's like inebriated and half drunk and they already have sleepwalking, irritability, and all these other things with alcoholism on top of that and half asleep, there is part of your brain that can do something like that. Like you hear very rarely, but these do happen. I used to eat in my sleep all the time.
What? What does that mean?
My mom did too. Like she would go to sleep and then like wake up in the middle of the night and come out and get like chips or something and just go back to bed and not remember having gotten them.
Was she taking Ambien?
No, she might have been actually on some sort of sleeping, but I was just like, I think my problem was when I was in my 20s, that was when I was super heavy drinking and not eating during the day really. And I was like pretty thin, so I don't think I was getting all my calories or anything during the day. So at night, my sleeping body would wake up.
It is. Here's the check.
Oh yeah, let's do this. Okay, so was a morgue worker arrested after giving birth to a dead man's body? Oh baby, oh my god! And she gave birth. 38-year-old female, a mortuary worker, is being held 250,000 bond after becoming pregnant by one of her clients. Her clients. I like how they call it a client.
Wait, she even looks dead.
Whoa, she does. She looks like she's on something.
Hold on, I gotta show it. Patty always makes me show it.
Yeah, show it. Oh, was it not on the big screen?
Yeah, it's not on the big screen.
Oh yeah,
not on the big board.
Yeah, scroll down. Yeah, this lady's looks like she's been taking some meth and some Ambien as well.
Oh yeah, definitely methed out, bro.
What's the female worker arrested?
Dude, just look at all these fucking ads on this webpage, dude. That's
that's like the most ads I've ever seen.
No, we got an empty spot. We better put another ad.
We only have 3 sentences in this whole thing. This is in 2010. Deceased male. I wonder how old the dude was, the dead dude. Do you know what I mean? If it was like some old dude, I guess his sperm wouldn't have worked as good. In Missouri, had to be fresh. Yeah, it said she was preparing him for burial. So would he have already been embalmed? It couldn't have. It had to be like right after, right?
I don't know, but whatever it is, it's that's fucking creepy. Gnarly, dude.
We gotta have. Yeah, I gotta ask Will tonight, my new roommate. Hey, Will, how do you feel about dead bodies? Are they hot to you?
Yeah, we should have asked him that question.
I didn't think there's so much with that kid. No, but my ex used to think I was gonna like murder him in my sleep because I would like cook and make sandwiches. He would get mad because I would leave bread and like meat and like things out on the counters or leave like the cookies open and then.
That sounds like Patty.
Yeah, and I would not have no recollection of this. But here's what's worse though: doing that or waking up and sleepwalking and then peeing in random drawers around the house because that's what that ex used to do. Really? When he was drunk, he would get up and think it was like a toilet and just like open a drawer. Like once he peed in the utensil drawer, once he peed in like my shirt drawer.
So this guy's an alcoholic?
He was. Well, we were bad at the moment. He was in a metal band. I mean, he was more of a functioning one than I was probably. But yeah, those are the days of Carla. Again, take care of yourself. In the metal band. Yeah, he was in a metal band, and I just like drank a lot of whiskey and hung out with metal dudes a lot. So it's basically like now, except with comedians, and it's beer instead of whiskey. We do at the garage have free beer, which is.
Nice. How did that go last night?
Garage was fun, dude. I was so surprised. So we got done with the BS show around 11 o'clock, right? And then we get there, and Will didn't even get there till like 11:30. But I got there.
He hung out after.
Okay, yeah, I got out and went. There were like 10 people waiting in the front yard.
Oh, dude, in that neighborhood,
just hanging out in the front yard, and a couple of them were watching the show. Like Jake Otero, who I want to have on soon, and shout out to Evelyn Millette. They were both watching the podcast and like knew when it was gonna end. But it was fun. I came up with kind of a new joke premise there, which the garage is always good for. Like I definitely like working on my jokes at open mics out in the world, like the same jokes over and over. We were talking about that last night with rest in peace David Roseman, but that was something that he did, was just work on the delivery of the same ones. But like the garage is a space to bring out the new stuff and then start working out in the world with it. Yeah, it was chill last night. I didn't stay up too late. I think it was like 2. We got done pretty quick. There were only like 11 of us. I don't know. I do want to. Okay, so we were talking. You had sent me some videos of Kevin Samuels. Is that his name?
Oh, you're all into him now, huh?
I'm intrigued because If you guys haven't looked up Kevin Samuels, I don't know if you can bring up one of those videos too at some point.
Yeah, we can
like the
try.
last one I think that you sent me is the one that he's talking about creativity in a woman is a turnoff. What the fuck? There's all these things that men fucking like. It's all these things that men, again, a whole manipulation thing. It's like, how do I appeal to your reptilian fucking old school brain here? Like, I don't know. Anyway, but he was saying that for powerful men in power, they don't find it attractive for women to either be too powerful or to have too much of a creative outlet. Or be too creative, like actors.
That's
like
not true.
he said actors. It's not true, but that's where he was coming from.
There's a lot of stuff he says that isn't.
Oh, for sure. But it's interesting because
it's very funny, very interesting.
Oh, it's so funny.
And I love I don't know why, but I love what is it called? When the male's better than the woman jokes kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's hilarious for that. It's like I don't even get mad about it. It's like some women get probably aggravated. Like, it's funny to me.
It's funny when he
says stuff. Sometimes.
It's funny when he says stuff like he goes something about like saying a woman's gonna build the world or whatever, and he's like, you ain't built shit. Like, men have built all this.
Oh
Name
my
one
God.
woman that has built anything.
I like how men always go back to we're stronger, we do things. I'm like, women are technically smarter. You know that, right? We're cognitively smarter and like emotionally more intelligent. There's literally
emotionally more mature.
There's tests done that we use more parts of our brains than men. And I'm gonna call my sister in a moment to see.
I will definitely say that there's a lot more like women scientists that have saved a lot of shit in the space program, done calculations that nobody else could do. And then some of the best movies out there have been edited by women.
Really? I didn't know that.
The Godfather was edited by women. What's his name?
Damn.
Fucking drawing a blank. Goodfellas director. Fucking Scorsese.
Right.
His main director is a woman.
Oh, nice.
That's his main, like any movie you've ever seen that's been there.
We do supposedly have sometimes more of a creative eye in that sense because we have attention to detail.
No, the reason is you guys are more sensitive.
Oh, so we know how to like move the movie into because movies a lot about emotions. Yeah, you got to evoke
you guys
the
are
emotion.
All emotional.
It's true, but fuck, if we weren't emotional, where would you guys take your angry asses to lay your head at night and be listened to? Like, honestly, men would kill each other all the time if it wasn't for women just being like soft enough to hear them out, and like men would just be aggro all the time running around. And it's not right or wrong to me. I'm not saying like we have to be equal because obviously it's never going to happen. I don't see either is better or worse. I think we're just different completely, and like we have to accept that. So it's funny when Kevin Samuels is just like, this is how this is. Do you have one of those?
Yeah, let me see if I can find
it. All right, I think, and then after this, Geneva, after this video, I want you to hit that link to join if you're listening. I think she is. I'm gonna have my sister watch this vid and then see. He's hilarious. Going through all.
Where were you watching him at? Like on Instagram?
Yeah. If you look up Kevin, and then just online, there were like a lot of links to his shit. His little videos.
Well, I could look it up.
YouTube.
And remember, we were going to talk about.
Yeah, we're going to get to that lady too, because that's a whole other.
She's actually they've looked
this one.
Yeah, this one here.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Takes a little bit with his fucking.
What is his like credit? Like, what is his?
He's a stylist.
A stylist.
So
he doesn't even have any sort of like.
He's a personal stylist, so a personality, everything,
like a person coach, life coach.
Yeah, life coach, basically.
That's hilarious. Blow it up.
I'm blowing it up.
Right. That's a.
So I don't know if we can play this. We can. I just hope we don't get flagged.
Oh,
it doesn't matter. Like we won't be able to monetize it, but we don't really monetize. So.
Okay.
We're too little right now to monetize.
Well, baby, don't flag us. Yeah, and some of these women, you can see their faces change and be like, I guess you're right. Like, I guess I'll listen. So I want a husband. And then women will do that. They're like, I'm going to change all of this just to make the husband whatever. I'm like, no, because then neither of you are going to be. But nobody's going to be happy if you completely like manipulate yourself to be how another 35. That's why I'm single though. I'm like, I'm not going to change every part about myself to be with you. Either you like me or not.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
You like me or I mean, obviously I'm going to compromise on some things and like work with you. I'm a very nice person when I am in relationships, but I am like a dude, I think.
All right, so
okay.
As long as we talk about it for 2 minutes, it's called
yeah, we already been talking about.
So here we go.
In 2 minutes.
Right, that's fine. That's a single woman's mindset.
Yeah, I agree. In my marriage, that I definitely wouldn't.
But when I say, well, why did you divorce? You said because you couldn't get along. And you couldn't get along because you just disagreeable.
No, we definitely couldn't get along.
I know, but is it that because you couldn't get along, or is it? Have you ever been able to get along with a man?
Sounds like Larry right there. How old are you?
But what length of time?
Well, what's the longest relationship you've ever had with a man?
My marriage was probably my longest relationship.
How long was that? How long was that?
Years.
3?
She said 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
But prior to, I never wanted to. I came from, none of my people are married, so I never wanted to even be married.
Thank you. So, disagreeableness is a masculine trait.
It is.
Feminine women, beautiful, inspirational women have ranked high in agreeableness.
What do you want to say?
Yeah, that's a masculine trait. That's hilarious. He's like, all these are masculine traits. And I'm like, yeah, that's me. That Buck last name was like, you're Charles. I'm going to name you Charles. You're like a dude. I'm like, God damn it. I'm not disagreeable. I just will question things.
I'll show video in a sec.
A video in a sec. Cool. All right. Keep out. Okay.
She doesn't have to video. Again.
She will. Keep playing because the end of this is like interesting when he talks about the creativity.
You're not a very agreeable woman. Okay. Women who lack agreeability are not good wives.
No.
I agree.
So so basically, you're looking for. So, I mean, and honestly, if I took your earning ability away from you, what would you be?
If you took my earning ability,
if I Thanos snapped your business away from you and made you, if I made you an average female,
where would he be though if he took away
$27,000 a year?
What's that?
Like, where would he be if you took away his earning? You could ask anybody that and be like, "Hey, you, where would you be?"
Well, he's obviously got. I mean, if he's a stylist, like to be able to pull that off as a job and be like he makes hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. It obviously
works, I guess, but is it? I don't know.
And you got to also understand too, the majority of the women that he talks to are black, and the black community with women is different.
Yeah, for sure. Like, black women, that's
different culture.
It's like a lot. Yeah, it's a lot harder, I'd say, for sure. Even from
from what I understand, what I've been told is that black women seem to be more like not take any shit to the next level. I mean, Patty doesn't take any shit, but she doesn't call me out every second of the day and call me a bitch and talk about how my fucking.
I think whatever. I think with that's black. As I say, I think with black women too, just as a society, it's hard because they're like they got to be tough and strong, but then you got to be soft and still be woman. And it's like don't be too tough, don't be whatever, and that happens. I think even more so in that culture.
But what he's saying basically, I think, is universal for all sexes of women, so all ethnicities.
Boom. What would you be? Would you have all this at? Would you be?
I can still cook. I can still clean. I'm still nurturing. I feel like they're womanly things.
Right, but would you have the same level of bravado in a marriage that you did?
I feel like I would because I would let him control the finances. The only reason why is because he wouldn't.
I ask you, would you come into a marriage with the same level of bravado as a woman making $30,000 a year as a woman making over 100? Come on, Ma.
I don't know. I don't know. So you think I would? You think I wouldn't?
I think your money. I think your money and your business puts you in your masculine energy.
It does.
So do you think that? Do you think that a woman, because a woman making more money to a man is diminishing or emasculating him?
To him if she makes more money? Then
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't think it should be a thing unless he feels like it's that way. But I don't think that would be something in himself that he would have to look at if he feels that way about it. You know, I don't know. Mean? Like if the dude, then there's something obviously going on there. If he feels that, like, that's the thing is like men's egos are so easily hurt that is like.
So are women's. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but to the point where it's like you're gonna make him feel less like a man. You're gonna feel whatever. You hear that more than a woman being like, I feel less of a woman because like the man's like, she made me feel less of a man because the money and the this and the household and the cars and the whatever. That's all mine, and it's just. Yeah, men's egos are their pride, I guess, is hurt easily. It's a different emotion, I think, for women.
No, I think women can be just as.
Oh, definitely. Like, yeah.
Patty thinks women can be just as whatever. I think so, Patty, but I think we don't take it to like anger or like making the. I don't know, explain it.
Patty makes more than me.
And how do you guys feel?
I don't give a shit.
See, yeah,
I don't give a fuck.
There we go. Wait, the end of this is almost done, right? Yeah.
Does, but you also have had women on here that didn't make money that thought
I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to you. I'm asking you. I said, do you have the self-awareness to know that if I snapped your money and your business away, would that change how you would interact with a man? Because it would mean that you couldn't be as bossy. You need somebody to work with and depend on because you don't make enough money to take care of you and your kid and not need a man because he's over here. Yep. So that's fine. But a woman, so you come from women who aren't married, that's fine. This is why I say, no offense, man. This is why I say high value men, the women they tend to avoid: doctors, lawyers, hairstylists, makeup artists, actors, massage therapists, anything in the creatives. And what was the other one? And psychiatrists. Anybody who counsels. Because I got this from men, and this is one of the problems because hairstylists, by nature of the cost of what you do, you earn more money than barbers. It's not as though women who
You think he's narcissist?
No, the men that he's saying.
Yeah, they're narcissists.
That's narcissist.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's narcissist. And Patty's saying that the men he's talking about, the ones that would see it that way, they're narcissists. I believe so. I had like a relationship that I had to tell the guy that basically because he made more money, and then he was starting to be like, well, you don't have to work. You should just go to massage therapy school, this and that. But then made me feel like everything had to be perfect. I bought the wrong kind of orange juice. He threw a plate. Like he would cry about things, and then it was just a whole horrible. Yeah, he cried in the
tears.
One time he got sick and was just like crying in the shower. He's like, you don't even understand, and you're going to work and not staying home to take care of me. And I'm like, what?
Crying with
like tears, but then being like, I have the money, you got to do what I say and like dress how I want. And I asked him once, I was like, so if for some reason you couldn't go to work anymore, like you got in a car accident and you were in a wheelchair and I had to take care of you, would you then think you're able to talk to me the way you do? Like, would he still, and he's like, what do you mean? I was like, no, would you think you could still boss me around and treat me that way if you didn't have the money? Or does the money make you think that you can do that? And then he started to realize that it kind of was the money making him feel like he was in control.
Well, I think that works both ways with men or women sometimes.
Yeah, I could see that. But in that one, for me, I was just like, yeah, I don't want this kind.
The other spouse has to learn how to fucking smack him in the face with verbal words.
Yeah.
Tell him, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Actually, okay, speaking of Geneva, go ahead and call in because my sister Geneva has like one of my favorite relationships ever. She's been 15 years with her husband, but they're not even.
You want to watch the rest of this?
Oh, is it almost? Oh, it's not over yet.
No.
20 seconds.
Well,
stylists are more competent than barbers. It's just that a barber can't charge $300-400 to cut somebody's hair.
Yep.
Yeah, but there's difference in all of that. I mean, women make more in the beauty industry, but also we are charged more by the beauty industry. I mean, we have to pay for the fucking tampons and like makeup and all this shit.
Toys are more expensive.
Everything's more expensive for girls. Everything. It's wild. But then they pay us less. It's like, how are you going to pay us less? It's like, how are you going to pay us less? No, we rock.
This guy right here, just to offset. When I was growing up, was probably one of my favorite bands. I've seen him live. Yep, I seen him live during Turbo Tour in '86.
They're one of the like good OGs.
Religiously, and I knew that he was gay because one of my friend's brothers worked at a bar that he had come into to eat like dinner, and he's with his boyfriend. Mm-hmm. And my friend told me, he's like, he's gay. And I was like, who fucking cares?
That's
I didn't give a shit.
That's awesome.
And none of the metal anybody.
Nobody cared because he's such a badass.
Nobody gave a fuck. And this guy, like, we should have seen it. This guy's coming out on a fucking motorcycle with chaps and shit
Yeah,
and a
yeah.
whip
I'm
and
like,
fucking just full blown daddy
I feel like a lot of
Daddy
he was
bear
real
shit.
daddy baby bear. Yeah, that era too was a lot of yeah, androgyny and like leather and weird sexual dressing.
And the other guys in the band, they're not gay, and they all knew the whole time that she was gay. What is she saying?
My contribution will have to be audio only.
That's fine.
Why?
You can take the video off. It doesn't matter.
You can take video off, or I can just call you, G. Here, let me see.
Yeah, she can just call you.
I don't know why.
She doesn't want us to see her. Maybe is she disfigured?
She said the link isn't working. I don't know. Whatever, I'm gonna call her. I plugged her in. She disfigured.
She just figured out.
She looks like me, but with short.
The
hair.
link's not working because when you open it up in Messenger, you have to open it up in Chrome or another.
Oh, that I did.
For
I had to
some
do
reason
that.
it
You're
does
right.
that. I don't know why.
Yeah. Well. Oh well.
But it gives
I'll
you the
try
option of choosing Chrome if you want or whatever. Oh, I
Hello?
gotta put her on. Hold on.
Oh, hold on, G.
There
Hey, sorry. It's because I forgot to tell you the link. You have to like open it and then open the little corner little buttons.
Oh, yeah.
And
Hold
then
on.
open it in Chrome.
It doesn't matter.
So it's fine. We can do an audio though.
Yeah, we got it both.
We can do whichever. Were you watching that video, G? Are you there?
Yeah, I was sort of watching it. I was also trying to figure out the video thing, but it wasn't. I don't know.
You're fine.
I have a new phone. It wasn't working.
Have you ever seen Kevin Samuels?
I hadn't. No.
Yeah, he's great.
How do you?
Yeah.
So, okay, you have been in a relationship that I adore for 15 years, not actually married. You have a son together, all of that. And
way to out us.
Sorry, but that's the beauty of it is like you guys, I mean, tell us first for that reason, like why no marriage?
Why I'm not married? Honestly, some of it's financial stuff, but it's also independence stuff, I guess. I mean, I did a lot of things as Geneva Vasquez, for example, and I would never want to change my last name. And I think that's a weird social construct that should not even be a question in a way. Like,
why is that?
Change your last name so that we can be a family.
But you don't have to change your last name if you get married.
You don't have to change your last name, but
be one of those chicks that do the hyphen. The
oh no,
fucking Vasquez, whatever.
I can't hear Larry very well.
She can't hear you.
Oh, weird.
Oh, you said to do a hyphen.
Yeah, I said do a
that's
hyphen.
gross.
Yeah, I hate hyphens.
And his last name is really long, so it's like I'm gonna have 1,000,000 letters as my last name. No, thank you.
I don't want to sign that.
What is this guy, Russian?
No, it's a Polish last name. I don't know. No, it's not. It's
all the consonants.
It's somewhere from over Italy, Italian. I don't know what his last name is. It's
right.
I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later so they don't find him.
Yeah.
She wanted to keep her Hispanic.
Yeah, and then that too, I think, is like staying Vasquez. It keeps, our like culture. Like, I don't think I would want to marry somebody and get their last name if it wasn't Brown. That sounds awful.
See, I told Patty my last name is Jamie, but it's spelled Jaime.
Yeah, it is spelled Jaime.
So it could be Patricia Jaime.
Did Patty change your last name?
No.
See, there you go. But 15 years, they wear the rings and call each other.
Good job. Listen to this.
They wear the rings and call each other like
no,
husband
I'm supposed
and wife.
to own her. If I marry her, I'm not supposed to own her.
Yeah. I wear one of my mom's wedding rings. One of my mom's many wedding rings. That's what I wear every day.
My mom had like 3 wedding rings. She only had 2 marriages, but Geneva wears one of those.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And it's badass. I have a big rock on my finger every day. People think it's fancy, but I put it on my own finger. I'm like, we have a 4-year-old kid. I'm ready to rock this.
Yeah.
It's fine.
He's like, but do you...
And then I bought him the little silicone rings because he's in construction, fabrication, business owner and whatnot. And I don't want his finger to be pulled off when his ring gets caught in mechanical situations. So
Right.
Good. Don't
he's
lose a
got
finger.
silicone rings. That always happen.
The question, because you guys are equals in the household, would you say?
I would
Listen to
sort of
that.
say,
Listen to that
though,
pause.
that's an interesting question. I don't know. I rule some things. Jesse rules some things. We're equals in that we have our own realms that we delve into, and
I like that. And I think you guys both are able to like stay creative. And like he's talking about the women in creative fields or whatever. I mean, you have a creative mind, but I think if you can find somebody else who's creative with you, then it's more maybe if the dude understands it more because they also are. That helps.
Yeah,
Patty wasn't able to be creative until she met me.
See, yeah, she didn't feel like she had the time or was it, Patty?
My ex-husband was abusive.
Ex-husband abusive. Yeah. When you're feeling like you're not in a safe environment, it's really hard to like feel yourself and do the things that make you happy. Like you feel like you're just kind of stifled all the time. Because it's true. There were years I didn't play guitar at all because I just felt, I don't know, I didn't want to bother my ex, or my exes were all musicians and I didn't want them to like hear me trying to practice and make fun of me and then be like, oh, she's trying to, I don't know. There was like a weird thing. So, but that's good when you can like be yourself.
It wasn't permitted.
And not permitted.
That's what it's. Yeah.
See,
not permitted.
I'm just
Have you've never been in like, you've always dated pretty rad dudes, right? I don't know. Geneva. Maybe because you're so chill and like.
For the most part, I've been with amazing guys, and I would say that
she's a monogamist.
Most of them have taught me. Yeah, I was a serial monogamist for a long time. My previous relationship was 8.5 years.
Jesus.
And I was with an awesome punk rocker who
he was rad. He
helped me learn to play guitar and taught Carla all about music, and was just a wonderful guy who I still see. He's my local librarian now.
Yeah.
So
he still has like cats that are like 100 years old.
Yes, he does have my 20-year-old cat that I rescued out of the alley.
So you guys had a breakup that was mutual, or what?
Pretty much.
Really? It sounds like to me it was
forced to move, and no, it wasn't mutual exactly. He wanted to marry me, and I was like, I've already moved on. So
she just let it die.
I'm the wrong one. I'm the wrong one in this situation.
You Vasquez's don't you don't attach.
Yeah, I think from moving so much or something, we have some like what's it called? Reactive attachment disorder.
Because even when you have relationships, Carla, you don't have relationships.
True.
Yeah, I think actually even listening to you last night on the Buck D show, I was like, okay, so why is Carla saying these things at times? And I loved it all, but I was like, this all sounds like me, and it sounds like you move a lot, you get real good at like fitting in where you get in, and then
we adapt and we move on.
You adapt, you move on. Once the thing is done, you're out of there.
Yeah.
And I definitely feel the same way in a lot of situations. I do feel like I'm now in my forever home. We own a home together. We have a child. Everything is like awesome, and well, I mean, we have our times, but everything is for the most part amazing and great. And some days just is like, I need to go out and paint. I'm gonna go paint.
Yeah, he's a really
some
good artist.
New thing, and I'm like, awesome. I'm gonna catch up on my crappy reality shows, and that's gonna be my Saturday, and it's perfect. Like,
yeah, being able to do stuff together and separate is, I think, important in relationships, right? Where we have.
I'm not calling anybody.
Damn, Larry's calling you out. Oh, it's Marisa. Oh my God, dude. But Marisa is kind of the same too. She's sort of something about the Vasquez women. We are very independent and very like, I wouldn't say strong-headed, but we know what we want and like. Hi, Marisa. I love you. Marisa's commenting, G. and saying that.
What's she saying? I'm not watching because I'm on a phone.
She said that damn Larry was calling me out for just my relationship cutting and run-ins. And then I was like, but Marisa's kind of
those
like,
are the stories you tell.
it's
So,
true.
I mean,
but like, I don't know. People aren't good at committing on the other end too. So it's like we kind of play this game for a while. We're like, are we together? Aren't we? Or I guess we won't be. We just walk away.
That's so weird.
And I think I don't know if it's an issue because people are always like, Carly, you get over things like relationship wise pretty quickly. And I don't know. I think I just cut and run mentally once I'm done with it. Otherwise, what am I going to process?
Does that.
Yeah, but like mentally, people be really distraught for like months about a breakup and like I'm which is fine, but I don't know how to process in that way, I guess. And then later, I'm like, oh, I guess I'm fully over it. I just kind of let it go.
Any relationship I've ever been in, I usually, if it's ending, like I know it's ending.
Yeah,
like it's coming. I don't know when. But it's coming.
I can usually, feel the end, I guess.
Yeah.
Once that first
when
fight
it does
happens,
end, you're just like, eh.
Yeah. Gotta just move on.
Or do you like as soon as you notice the first sign of how you run?
I start detaching a little bit, like start being like, this isn't really that right. And then I don't know. It's bad when it starts to get into fights because then I'll just like shut off from them and be like, dude, I can't do this. And they're like, well, we can't talk about it. I'm like, you're fighting with me. I don't know. I'm done. I don't want to deal with this. There are some people. That's why I end up, I think, going back to a lot of my exes because I'm like, oh, shit, I probably cut and run too quickly. So I'm going to go check this out again. Or like the sex was good, so let me just go back to that.
Or no,
yeah,
the sex
I never
is
leave on bad terms.
Familiar.
I am always like the person who goes back to visit, or we share a cat now or something, and
she's present.
And I bet she's hoping that your relationship's going to be over any day, so he can swoop in.
Who?
Her ex.
Oh no, he's got his own thing. I think probably.
Okay, cool.
Gabe or
he had a great lady for a while, and now they're just roommates. So apparently she pieced out on him too.
He keeps finding roommates. Lovers.
Yeah, he kept getting roommates. Actually, his last ex before me was my husband. I'm gonna call him my husband's first true love.
Oh yeah, her ex and her husband dated the same chick. Yeah. Didn't she have your same name too, or is that a different one?
No,
it's a different one.
Her best friend was named Geneva.
Tucson's also very mixed up. You think all the comedians are fucking all the punk rockers over there. We're messing around, I think. So I have a question though, Geneva. I mean, you're not single now, but just on your viewpoint of looking from, outside in of kids now, or not kids, people just online dating, the social media, this whole like nobody really wants to commit. Everybody's a fuckboy. Like, what do you think long term this might do to society as far as anything? Do you think that's going to have like any sort of effect? Do you know what I mean? Because I think the real marriage as a construct to me seems like in some ways it's dying a little more.
Marriage is it's a bygone in a way. No, that's not exactly true, but interesting. I don't know. Social construct. Things are. I mean, I have kids all the time in my classroom who their parents are separated, and most of them are fine. Mm-hmm. It's just if there's some sort of weird, traumatic, like dad doesn't talk to mom, or dad rescued me and then was thrown in jail for kidnapping or something when I was 3.
Well, it's just like
and whatever. Like, it's always this weird thing. I just think people need to be real people, and that's it would be really nice if people could get along as humans rather than like, oh, I was married to this person and they fucked me. I don't know.
But even
I guess I also am coming from an idyllic situation where I know, like
say you had to
come home to a secure home.
Right, so say how if you had to do like dating apps tomorrow, like how would you feel about that?
Oh my God.
I've never done them, so I don't know. Maybe that's why I don't.
You've never done them?
No.
I've never done them,
Our friend though, who's Geneva and I's ex-friend.
Either.
Do you know our ex-friend in Tucson?
Oh yeah, who did all the dating apps?
They catfished with my face though. They later told me that they were using my images to talk to dudes.
Oh my god,
that's terrible.
Yeah, and that was another one of the reasons why I was like, I don't think I should be friends with this person anymore.
That's weird.
Damn.
I've never actually been on a
friend that burned both of us.
Yeah,
I had a friend of mine that was there back in 2000. The big thing was adult friend finder. You ever heard about this?
No, just to find friends for adults?
Well, basically like swinging, bisexual hookups, that kind of shit. And my friend was on that site and he would get hooked up all the time. I was like, this is the same guy that went to a massage place when we went to a strip club. And he's like, man, I wonder why that massage place is open all night. I go, come on, really, dude? You don't know? And he's like, no, man, let's go check it out. I go, you can go check it out. I'll wait for you. So, be on lookout. I go, but I'm not fucking going back there.
You've never done a massage place?
Fuck no, dude. Cool. So he goes back there and like I'm sitting out there on this leather couch. It's like a closed off room with like a window that a shade pulls down only when they see somebody on the camera. So he goes back there and he's back there for fucking like a half hour, which seems like an eternity when you're in this little room waiting for your friend to get jacked off. So he comes out and he doesn't have all of his clothes on. He's got like his socks and his shoes like bundled in his, like cradling him. So I'm like, I go, what the fuck happened? And he's like, I'll talk about it in the car. I'll talk about it in the car. I was like, what the fuck happened? So we get in the car and all of a sudden this fragranty smell woofs in the car. Like, I'm like, man, what the fuck is that smell? And he's like, dude, you can't tell anybody. And I was like, all right, man, what's up? And he's like, dude, I went back there. This little Asian chick tells me that I need to strip down.
Oh my gosh.
I stripped down. And I was like, you stripped down like naked, no socks, nothing? And he's like, yeah. She told me to strip down. I go, you fucking, that's so gross. Your ass was on some fucking.
You gotta be naked for a massage.
He's all, well, they have that paper thing that they pull down.
Like a doctor's office?
Yeah.
Not even sheets or anything?
No. We're talking Seattle on the prostitute lane, that area. Like, strip, I can't remember the name of the street. But anyway, known street for strip clubs and prostitution, jack off boots and all that shit, right? So he's telling me I like it. She comes in. She's like pretending to massage me and accidentally brushes her pussy up against me or something, or brushes by my cock. And then she asks if it's okay. And he's like, yeah, it's okay. And he's all of a sudden, she just fucking takes a huge handful of this tub of Jergens lotion and just squash. And then just smacked his cock and started working it hard, right? And lotion, he said, was splattered everywhere and going into the crack of his ass. And he's like, and it took forever for me to come because she was just like taken for, like, it was so awkward. I was like, why didn't you fucking stop?
Yeah, like, why can't you just
the whole way home, dude? I was laughing so hard, and the smell, so it would bring back the memory.
Was it that like cherry or whatever?
Dude, the cheapest shit you can find on the lower shelf.
Cherry almond Jergens
on the lower shelf, buddy.
Oh my god, girl. Just waft. I went to I'll read the comments. Have a second. I went to massage therapy school, and that was one of the things they're like, know that people are gonna get hard-ons around you, and you just gotta like keep moving and be professional because it just happens. Like,
where is this at?
In Scottsdale. I went to massage therapy school, and as part of they have to tell you that is like physically.
So you worked at a place where you were massaging people?
I mean, at school I did. I didn't actually end up doing it as a job, but I went to school and got fucked over by financial aid. Anyway, but they tell you like certain parts you touch might arouse a dude accidentally, and then they get all embarrassed. And you have to be like, it's okay that you have a hard on, and then I don't know, just move on. And then they're like, just never have sex on your table, even at home with your partner. Like, you have to respect the table, this and that. I've only had sex leaning over it once. Maybe.
Oh, you had sex on the table?
Not there, like afterwards. Like, I still have my massage table and all.
So you break the table out and be like, hey, dude, guess what I got
I've done some massages for friends and things, and only one of those has had it after. Fun time.
But did you know that it was going to happen? Were you massaging him to make it
Is
happen?
it weird that I got paid for it too?
Oh my God, you're a prostitute.
I know. You know the guy too.
No,
we'd podcasted together.
I know.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh
God.
God.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he was gonna pay me for the massage. It wasn't like, oh, let me pay you for the sex. It was like he had already given me money for a massage, and then we just happened to have sex afterwards.
That's kind of
Okay.
prostitute.
I made a joke about it to him. I was like, I feel a little weird here, but all right.
That's a good fucking like one-liner. Like something like, do you think massaging a dude and having sex afterwards and then getting paid for is prostitution? And then just leave it at that.
Just leave it. Just random question, guys. How does this make you feel? Sorry, dude. I'm just like blabbing now. Do you have any closing thoughts? I might call Marisa real quick before we wrap this up. Because I was gonna say Marisa also, she was saying that she only left on good terms with Albert, which is where it counts, and that's her husband. So like you were saying about the kids, it's good to at least be on good terms with the husband of the child, and now they're broken up. She says, and this is why we got to call her. G, we'll have you back too. Sorry to ask you that main question. She says, you know what? I'm pretty insulted that I've never been called as a guest on here. That was Marisa. When the freaking three-way. Can you three-way?
I know she's your biggest Albuquerque comedy fan or whatever.
Yeah, Marisa's been up here a lot. Actually, my cousin, she lives in El Paso, and
I met her.
You've met Marisa. She's met all the comedians. She's been to the garage. She's hooked up with one of the comedians.
Really?
It's hard not to. She'll probably tell you. All right, I'm calling you, Isa. You can stay on the line just to hear us, G, unless you want to watch. But it's just me staring, so I don't know.
I was joking.
Hey, I wasn't, because you really were somebody I was thinking about who's been married in a long relationship, and now you're out in the dating
girl
world.
Was married?
She was married. How long? Well,
sure am.
How long were you married though?
1 year, and then together like 7 years before
they were together for like 8 years total. I think.
That chick that was with you the night at that open mic that we recorded, that chick.
Yeah.
Dude, she looks like 22.
Yeah, no, you're 30, right? No, you'll be 30 this year.
I'll be 30, this year.
Yeah. We age well.
Very well. I know I look like I'm 18. I know.
G, are you still there?
Yeah. Oh, G.
Is Geneva still there or did I hang up on her? I added a call. I don't know.
You're so bad at technology.
I added the call and it said...
Just like...
She might have hung up because it said that it was on a three-way.
But remember the last podcast?
Yeah.
Three-way.
Remember the last podcast?
Oh my God,
your battery died, dude?
Dude, my phone was plugged in. It's the phone.
I was so angry.
I was at 100 when we started. I don't know if Geneva's anywhere on there. Anyway, so Marisa, you are now... Have you done dating apps? You have.
Unfortunately, I have.
Come a little closer to the mic.
Why is it unfortunately? I thought it was...
Come closer to the mic?
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little louder.
I thought it was that's the thing nowadays.
It is the thing, but it sucks because we grew up in the normal era and then it changed.
Yeah, it would suck for me. I don't think I could do it.
What's your have you gone on many dates with people?
No, I've gone on one and it was terrible.
How many times have you been ghosted?
What? No, I do the ghosting.
Okay, she does the ghosting. She's like
why?
I don't know.
Why are you doing the ghosting?
Why do you do the ghosting?
That is so fucked up.
I don't entertain conversations long enough. I don't even think for it to be.
So this
like,
is
God, this runs.
This is like family. Before you even meet them, right?
Oh yeah, like
yeah. So it's not like you meet them. I know we just know what we don't want. And
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, after a few conversations, I'm like, do I really need to explain to them that I just don't feel a vibe? Nah, they'll figure it out.
And then you just like, oh my God, that's
it's become
so fucked
normal.
Up.
It's happened a bunch to me. Well, not a bunch. Okay, twice.
Well, somebody needs to stop. Like, it needs to stop sometime. You guys are going to fuck up everything.
That's what I was kind of...
You're going to be like in Japan. You know, in Japan, the young kids are not having sex and babies and shit. Like, they're more interested in being in this world.
Well, that's kind of what I was asking Geneva, which I think we lost her on the thing. You can comment on there. It's like, yeah, how is this going to affect the, future relationships in general? Like, people are just going to fuck and not have relationships anymore eventually.
I guess.
We're all just going to ghost each other.
It's just fucking.
But, yeah.
I mean,
they're supposed to be like your Match.com and your whatever Farmer Love Forever. I don't know what it's called.
Was Patty ever on FarmersOnly.com?
Oh, Geneva hung up. Yeah. Like we're just gonna be like these Japanese kids. I think we're all gonna just bang and leave each other. But it does teach us not well, it takes away a big critical, I think, life skill is how to create relationships, like sustainable ones, which I know I have an issue with.
No, what I think it does is it makes it so you guys don't know how to talk to each other.
Yeah, that like it keeps us from having like in-depth like closeness and being able to relate to one another more because we're just like bouncing off of each other literally.
It's even worse at Patty's daughter's age and my oldest daughter's age, which is like 27.
Yeah.
That region.
That age.
I guess we lost somebody.
Oh, we have somebody calling in. You still there, Marisa? Hello?
Hello. I don't know if
I'm merging calls. Are you there, Marisa?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, they both are.
I was gonna be like, you were so
I did
bad.
it.
You did it. Yay.
I fucking did it. Ah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead, G. I'll let you guys talk for a minute.
Hey, prima.
Hi.
Pretty great.
You can't be up here. We got places to be. Just kidding. But did you hear about these Japanese kids, G, not having babies and stuff?
Yeah, I was sort of hearing about that, so that's why I called back in.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, this is a chaos episode, Larry. We apologize as
You're good.
Vasquez cousins.
The more chaos, the more entertaining.
Siblings.
So funny.
All right, go ahead. Were you gonna say something, or are you just gonna call?
Anyway, okay.
What'd you think about the Japanese stuff?
I'm just an observer.
Oh, you're not even gonna tell us anything? I needed your input.
Well, you've heard about the Japanese like not having sex anymore, so they're worried about the future generations aren't going to happen.
Yeah, but is that a good thing, do you think? Like, do we need less population? Because we're over fucking populated. I guess they say that all the time, but
dude, now
there's too many of us.
Right now, I've heard that 39% of the world is elderly.
39%? Oh shit. So
elderly.
Banging has stopped for a minute then. It's been kind of a hiatus of like making more kids. Interesting. And Geneva,
except for India.
Too, you had told me once about this thing about like even people having like just one kid now.
Yeah, that's I don't know what I said about it, but that feels okay to me. I'm not.
Well, they're saying that
I'm not
intellectual
a super producer, and there is the problem of who's going to have 10 kids. Not the cream of the crop intellectually.
Yeah, it's not the cream of the crop that's having a shit ton of kids. It's like the dummies and the.
I don't know. Jim Gaffigan's like 10 kids.
I guess that's true.
And then,
but then you have those
if you are like a hyper intellectual, every doctor or person with a doctorate I ever met had like one kid.
Yeah.
Maybe if they were old, they had two.
Basically, that's why the next generation is a bunch of dummies, because all the dummies are having the babies and they're not investing any sort of
and that's
smarts into them. I mean, that's
I totally wish I would have waited. I wish I would have waited at this age to have kids. I wasn't prepared.
Even at 40? Didn't you have a kid at like 40?
That's what I'm saying. At 39, 40.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Having a kid then having a kid at 19.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I had 19. I already knew. I was like, I can't have a kid. I had an abortion at 19. Just telling you right there, because I knew. I was like, I'm not going to be any good for this child. So, and maybe that's why people like more, I'm not saying I'm intellectual, but the more intellectuals are maybe just like stopping at one or not having any at all. Because they're like, where are we bringing them into there?
Paid for that abortion.
An intellectual paid. Yeah, I had a joke. I'm like, my sister paid to have my child killed because abortions are expensive. Thanks, G.
Ooh, I'm a hit sister.
Dude, let me ask you this. Did you give the guy that got you impregnated a heads up?
Yeah, he drove me to it. He just didn't have the money for it.
Wow.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High style.
He actually showed up, yeah.
Oh, he did show up?
And then afterwards, he dropped me off at his house, and then he went to a concert. So
what the fuck?
I napped on his couch while he went to a concert. That's also why I didn't have the baby with him. Why do I want then? Yeah, anyway.
He didn't even like say everything, like give you some kind of hugs or
no, he was nice about it. And like his mom was my boss at the time too. She never even knew about that. He ended up having a kid later and like was not in that kid's life at all. So I'm like, it's good to see that and be like, oh yeah, he would not have been around. Anyway, Marisa has kids. And one last thing, since things are wild out there, kids and dating, do you see that a lot now? Is that difficult?
Like having, yeah, a little bit. I mean, for me, it's not as hard because like 50-50 custody, so half my
Right.
time is available. But I mean, I think it even if I'm not taking something too serious, like it does change like the quality of people that I try and talk to. Like just because in the back of my mind, my kids are always there. So
right, you don't want to bring somebody shitty into their life if that's where it gets to.
Yeah. So yeah, even if I don't take it serious, I don't know. I feel like it's still like in the back of my head.
How long do you wait before you like introduce kids to? And
so
I'm not gonna have them.
Once.
I just want to.
I've only done it once, and he was like out of town the first few months of our relationship, so it wasn't even an option. But something that I've read that I've kind of thought was really smart was that if you do feel like you have a connection with somebody, it's best to introduce your kids to them like early on, and it could just be like, you know, like a friendship date, like, oh, this is my friend, we're gonna go to the park, just something super casual.
No, I
but
disagree
just to
with
see
that.
how your kid's gonna interact with them and how they're gonna interact with your kid.
Interesting.
Because you don't really want to invest a bunch of time like getting to know someone and stuff, and like, you know, putting it off until you know that it's something, and then
but
they
it's
end
not
up
like
meeting your kid and it doesn't work out.
But that's only if you think it might be serious, right? Or is that like, oh, okay.
Exactly.
Larry says no.
No.
When do you
say it depends. I say what I say is it depends on the age.
Like 4 months.
4 months?
Personally.
I say it depends on the age of the child.
That too, yeah. That could matter. And
That's
she has elementary school, young elementary.
Yeah, if it's a young kid, no. Because that little kid's gonna think, I mean, you know.
Yes, I see. Well, for me, I don't have kids. I'm not gonna have kids. So nobody forced me. But anyway,
and then the baby daddies is like, what the fuck is this guy acting like my kid's dad? I mean, it's just too many problems.
So she was saying as a friend, but I think if a guy introduced me to his kids like week 1, it would kind of be like weird. I'd be like, do you do this with everybody?
That's a
like,
red flag.
Huge red flag, right? Like.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
How long was it before
you're their new mommy?
You're their new mom. No, I'd say like, I don't know, man, a while before you let the guy meet the kids.
I actually have never dated somebody
There's
with
a lot
kids.
of fucking pedophiles out there, man.
There are, yeah, but man,
disgusting bastards, dude.
It's not like
that's weird, Carla.
Same house.
You're like open to everything, but you've never dated a dude with kids.
I've never dated a dude with kids. Not like on purpose. I mean, I've dated a guy in the past I'm friends with now that has kids that I, see once in a while, but it's not like, oh, it's more like, hey, this is my friend that I've known forever.
You're not taking them to Disneyland and making
vacations. And they're like pretty grown up, those kids, like, they're like teenagers. And so I see them here and there, but it's not like me and him, like me and their dad hook up once in a while, but we've been friends since we were 14. So, I don't feel like that's weird. We haven't dated in a long time though.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's
I'm Thea Carly. Thing. Yeah, not right away. How long until Patty met your baby?
It was a good year.
A year
before you met the kids.
Were you guys pretty serious off the bat though, or how long was it until you guys were?
3 years.
Yeah.
3.
But that was because
3 years until she met.
Yeah, that's because we were in a different state. But I met her daughter like third date.
Yeah. But you said no.
But she's 20.
Oh, but she's 20. Yeah, that's different. That's like at 20, you want your mom to be dating. You're like, Mom, go find somebody.
It's not a small child because my daughter's 27, and her mom would bring dudes around and shit like that. But she knew I was her dad. She was like, fuck these guys.
Yeah. Like my mom dated when I was in high school after my dad left, but I was kind of doing my own thing. I mean, I was starting to date and stuff, so it was just like my mom could go have fun. She'd been married for 25 years, so that kind of thing.
25 years of marriage.
My parents were 25. Yeah, well, my dad, not to blast so much, but he was a ladies' man. Yeah. So and I'm sure there were some other things that happened.
My dad too.
Sure, there's some other things, and he was like young. Now that I think about it, like my dad was my age with like 3 big kids. Like he had like a 15-year-old at my age or something.
Dad took me to college. He was 37 years old.
So like my age
for my college orientation.
No.
And yes, 37. And I remember him telling me or like being aghast at the fact that like oh, I'm around all these old parents because everybody else is like 50, 60, whatever.
Yeah.
And here's this dude who had a baby at 20 and he's still in the picture. And that was wild to me.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, my dad and I are barely separated by generations. And
true.
Carla's just a little bit beyond that.
And Marisa's going to be like you, though, because she's 20. All right, we got to wrap up. We'll wrap up after this. No, you're fine. You had a student? And then
I have a student who I was talking about MLK Day this week, and he was like, oh, okay, so my dad was 1 year old when this happened or something. And I was like, oh, okay, so your dad was born in 1960? He's like, yeah. I was like, my dad was born in 1958. And the student's like, oh, they thought I was cracking on him. I'm like, no, I'm just saying facts here. I'm saying facts. It's not a big deal. I wasn't trying to criticize him. I'm just, whatevs. We're talking about who is alive. It's fine.
These are facts. These are people. All right. Thank you guys for just blabbing with me about dating and things. Who knows? Maybe someday Carla will find the nice person.
So date out loud.
I'll date out loud and tell you not all about. Just kidding.
When I went to, I told you I went to Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Comic-Con. Oh, yeah.
So they had this thing there, and we just walked past it. You've seen it. It was called sci-fi speed dating.
What?
It was like in this other fucking room. It's a weird thing when you go to a Comic-Con. Like it would be a good. Because the little groups and cliques that they have, like it's it's like a whole nother land.
Yeah, I would like to go just like walk around. I've never been to Comic-Con. No.
Wow.
A lot of times I didn't like
she would be like perfect, like
I would like to go.
Xena.
I'll be Xena, Geneva said.
Xena, Princess Warrior.
I had a crush on her as a kid.
Warrior Princess, yeah.
Well, I love you guys so much. Thanks for teaching me about dating in life. Marisa's more wise than I am, and she's younger than me, even though I babysat her. I'm like,
really?
I used to babysit her when she was like little.
Mexicans, like
we don't babysit each other.
Yeah, young ages. So you'd be like 10 babysitting a 5-year-old.
Basically.
It's like, are you fucking nuts?
Yeah, I was like 17 and would take care of her and her 2 siblings.
Well, that's different. 17.
And younger when I was like 12. We always at family gatherings. They're like, here's the youngest ones with the middle ones. I don't know, and they take care of each other. Everybody just babysits the next generation.
White people don't do that.
Yeah, generation.
We're very close.
We take care of each other. Like Julian's schooling up Marisa's kids. My kid is schooling up Marisa's kids, and
love each other.
And then we have a cousin who said it was the funniest thing years ago. He was like, I feel like I'm kind of a father figure to Julian.
He was like 10.
You're like 15 years old or
father
something.
Figure.
Like, you're ridiculous.
Geneva was my father figure, so.
Yeah, it was your father figure. Yeah.
It's true. We're all boys. Well, thank you guys for being such awesome, strong, great people in my life. And I love you. And we're going to wrap this up so we can go watch people battle. And we can go watch the one that Marisa being battled.
Yeah, because
he might have won the Gong Show.
He'll probably
because they usually have a comedian battle, right?
Kind of. They'd start. But I love you guys so much. Come up and visit, both of you. Come up next May.
I'm going to be there.
I love you.
So I can be on the
Love
show.
you.
Yeah.
Love you.
Bye. Yeah, Marisa was talking to the winner of the Gong Show for a minute. She would come up here and stay. Yeah, I might have given them my apartment for a night too. So I might have washed the sheets after and everything for them.
Boy stuck his
shitty boy is shitting all over my sheets. Skeeting on the sheets. Why was Geneva calling? Yes. Hello.
Hey, sorry. I don't know. I thought I was hanging up.
All right. Bye. What do you call it? She's as good as technology as I am. It runs in the family. All right.
Yeah,
okay, guys. I don't know. We might have learned a few things today. Who knows? Be nice to each other. Have conversations. Don't just stay online all day. Look each other in the eye, even if it's from 6 feet apart. 6 feet apart. All right. Make eye contact with one person today. That's your goal. And we'll be back next week. I think we have Tyranny on next week. I believe Wednesday. Anyway, watch the Tyranny, another comedian, also has a podcast. I'll be on his podcast soon. I'm gonna flip flop that. Watch the BS show every Tuesday. Yesterday, that episode I was on was really fun.
We'll have it up on the website.
Yeah, it'll be on the website. Yeah. We're gonna go watch some roast battles. I have like nothing coming up right now.
Neither does Buck. He's got Arizona.
I think everybody's not really, even like the women's show. I think there's kind of on
like,
hiatus.
It's like
we don't
Patty
know.
said, everybody's fucking closing, shutting shit down because 5,000 people a day here in New Mexico are fucking getting COVID.
Yeah, we don't know what to expect. So like nobody's. I guess
20,000 people got COVID in New Mexico over 4 days, and then today it was 5,300. Right?
Oh my gosh.
5,700.
And that's not counting. Imagine all the people that can't get the tests because we've been short on tests. And for a while there were no tests even anywhere in the clinics.
Right. Did you ever get a curative test at all?
They never. No, because they were booked out until the 24th.
Jesus Christ, bro.
All of them, even like my dad went and tried to get tested, but he had like an ear infection, but they're like, we don't even have a COVID test to test you. But then his wife came up positive later when they got a test. So I think he had it, but
I have not
I
had
couldn't
it this whole time.
I think maybe this past time but
I have to be asymptomatic.
Well, you got the asymptomatic kind because you were positive, but you didn't have symptoms.
See this new? Yeah.
And seeming like the Omicron is less, it's more potent or whatever and easily contagious, but it's less like whatever deadly. So who knows?
I don't know. 36 people died today.
36 today.
Yeah, there's 784 people hospitalized right now in New Mexico. That's the highest it's ever been. But yeah, we're still wide open. But whatever.
We'll see. This might be the last roast battle for a while, so get down there. The only thing I do have is February 4th. I think it's a Saturday at the Guild. I'll be doing a short, like maybe 4-minute set to open up. I think there's 4 openers, and then you have AJ Matthews, Sarah Kennedy, Josh Fournier, and Alex G is hosting. So that's a fun show. Otherwise, just come out to some mics, guys. There's mics every night. If you want to see comedy, Albuquerque comedy fans on Facebook, you can see all the open mic flyers there and come hang with us if you can and if we're safe. Don't come cough on me. Don't cough.
Hamilton just shut down.
Hamilton shut down. All right, maybe we all just stay home and Zoom again for a while.
I don't get it.
It's like a nightmare, recurring nightmare, just 2 years later. All right, we're still stuck in this, guys. Just eat your food, drink your water, take your breaths, sleep your sleeps, take your vitamins. Vitamin D if you can, if you're lucky.
Especially if you're a woman.
Yeah, I need that vitamin D. I'll end with that. This is a call out to any man who's very nice or woman or them who's very nice and wants to date me. Just kidding. It's going to turn into my dating profile.
You're going to have guys calling in and shit.
No, I've made jokes on stage before about like how hard it is to find somebody to fuck, like joking around. And then guys come up afterwards and they're like, hey. And it's not anybody. It's somebody who's like,
you mentioned that you're queer, so you go both ways.
Yeah, it's kind of like
maybe she'll be down with it.
It's like my dating app. I mean, they're shooting their shot, which is nice. It's just not the people. I'm not gonna let them shoot another shot on me. They seem nice. Maybe a cool one will come soon. Who knows? I just keep running into the come and they'll come soon. All right, I'm gonna end this before my brain gets a little too mushy. Have a good one, guys, and we'll see you next week, Wednesday, 6 p.m. Like, subscribe, share. carlavasquezcomedy.com. Everything's on there. All the platforms. Find us. Love us. Okay, bye. Love you, Larry. Love you, Patty. Love you, Snowy. Bye, guys.